And this video is going to be about some domain troubleshooting. If your domains are not working with your high-level funnels or websites, memberships, or as your white label domain, we're going to talk about some fixes for that. And I'm going to be covering 4 major things. First, we're going to have a look at the DNS records, your CNAME and A records for the domain. And then we're going to see if your domain is working or with funnels websites but not working with the rest, like with memberships or white label. So we'll just have a quick look at that as well. And then if you're getting a 404 error, you have added your domains just fine, but they're giving you a 404, or they're working with www and not without www. We're gonna have a look at that. And then I'm gonna show you a quick tool to verify that your DNS records are properly set up. All right, so let's get started with the first thing, that is talking about the CNAME and A records. So whenever you try to add a new domain to high level, it's going to show you an IP which you can use while adding an A record, and it's also going to give you another pointer for your CNAME record, which you need to copy and paste it here inside your DNS manager for your domain. But even if we have those set up, we can still have some problems sometimes. And why those problems might occur is that you might be having multiple A or CNAME records for the same thing. For example, for www, I cannot be having multiple CNAME records for this. I can only have one record for www that points to one thing. So if I have my website connected to my domain connected to a WordPress website, I cannot use the same domain with high level, because I'll need to add the same a CNAME record with the same name again, which is not going to work. So in those cases, you can either decide whether you want to use your main domain with your other third-party service or with high level, and otherwise you can always use a subdomain for that. And how you can add a subdomain is simple. Instead of writing www, you can just add the name of your subdomain. For example, if I want to use app.mydomain.com with high level funnels, I can just point the app host to funnels.messagecenter.com, and well, that's about it. Now I can add app.fezbarker.com to my high level account. All right, so now let's just move to the second point of this video, that is funnels, websites, memberships. All right, what I actually basically want to tell you is that your domain or subdomain is going to work with your funnels and websites at the same time. It cannot be working with memberships and as your white label domain as well, meaning that one domain can either be set up for your third party like WordPress websites, or your funnels and websites, or memberships, or white label. And these are 4 separate things, and you need to have different subdomains for all of them, or I mean, one domain cannot work with all of them. So now let's go to the third point, and for that I'll actually need to add my domain here. Let's just add it with and without www. And I don't want to link this one to my funnel or website. I actually want to link my domain with www to my website. So I'm going to add that as well. And then I'm going to connect it to my website. Select the link domain option. Just click on this button, just wait for it a bit. And once this is done, still, if I type my domain.com, it's going to give me a 404 error. And that brings me to the third point. Whenever you have added a domain, you also need to edit and select the default page if you want the domain to work without any path. So, and you need to do this for both of them. If you want both of them, like the one with www and the one without it, if you want both of them to work without any path, you need to select the default page. So the reason why you're getting a 404 error might be because you have not done that. Let's just try both of them. Like the one with www works fine, and here we go. The one without www is also working since we have now selected the default page. All right, so now I'm going to move to the last point of this video. That is going to be DNS lookup. Whenever you're confused if your DNS records are set up properly or not, you can always Google DNS lookup and then go to the MX Toolbox DNS lookup. And in here, you can type in any of your domains or subdomain and just do the DNS lookup for this. This will actually show you where your domain is pointing to. And as I can see, my A record for my root domain is pointing to the right IP. Just make sure it does not point to multiple IPs, because in that case, it's not going to work. So you always want to make sure all of your domains and subdomains are pointing to just one thing and not multiple. So if you're facing any issues, just you can come up here, do the DNS lookup, point the error out, and just delete any extra records. So in that case, when you've done that, your domains and subdomains should work fine with your websites, with memberships, and as your white label domain, and also with your third-party apps. So thank you for watching. I hope this helps, and have a nice day ahead.